First, just put a shout out to www.pastorpaulgold.com on behalf of noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com, and you can call them this morning at 877-646-5347. The information they want to share with you today is if you're trying to navigate to market turbulence, if you're trying to navigate through this a very weird time, why not set course to the Noble Gold Investment safe haven at www.pastorpaulgold.com. With global uncertainty looming, your savings and retirement plans are under siege. But there's one asset that stood the test of time: gold. It is a biblical currency. Unlock the peace of mind that comes with owning gold and the ultimate safe haven it provides. And if precious metals are new to you, Noble Gold Investment will hold your hand through the whole process. They have a team of experts who will guide you every step of the way to safety. Thousands of investors have sheltered their retirement savings by going to www.pastorpaulgold.com. Don't leave yourself exposed to the markets right now. It's way too risky. But with gold at an all-time high, looking to climb further, this would be a perfect time. Matter of fact, over at Noble Gold Investments, you can open an IRA or roll over that 401k, secure your future, and they will give you this 3 ounces of pure silver, America silver virtue coin for free. So this is a good way to get off to a great start with a new year with www.pastorpaulgold.com. Again, you can call them at 877-646-5347 and tell them that Pastor Paul sent you there. Well,
schools and shops remained closed, and a significant number of people opted to stay indoors, and soldiers patrolled the streets in Ecuador's major cities on the day after armed gang members invaded a television station during a live broadcast, instilling heightened levels of fear in a nation that is currently grappling with a surge in criminal violence. Widespread tension gripped much of Ecuador following Tuesday's assault at the public channel TC television in a coastal city known for its high crime rates. Military personnel and tanks were deployed to safeguard hospitals, public transportation, and newsrooms in both Guayaquil and the capital city of Quito. The masked intruders, armed with guns and explosives, forcefully entered TC television's offices and studios, unleashing approximately 15 minutes of on-air threats while intimidating journalists and other frightened staff. Although there were no casualties, the police swiftly intervened, arresting 13 individuals. In a country where a presidential candidate was assassinated just the previous year, the audacious daytime display of force broadcasted into the homes and workplaces of Ecuadorians was unparalleled. The motive behind targeting the station still remains unclear, but the government responded promptly, the Associated Press is reporting. The president of Ecuador, Daniel Noboa, who assumed office in November with a pledge to bring peace to the South American nation, has now issued a decree stating that Ecuador had entered a, quote, internal armed conflict with 20 drug trafficking gangs designated by the government as terrorist groups. The decree granted the Ecuadorian military the authority to, quote, neutralize these gangs within the bounds of international humanitarian law. Some analysts viewed the televised attack as a pivotal moment for Ecuador in light of the president's declaration. NASA's Artemis program, designed to return astronauts to the lunar surface within this decade amidst a global resurgence in lunar exploration efforts, is experiencing significant delays, as disclosed by the space agency. The Artemis 3 mission, aiming to achieve the crucial milestone of landing humans on the moon for the first time since the Apollo program, has been rescheduled and is now expected to launch no earlier than September of 2026. This is according to NASA officials in a news conference on Tuesday. The initial target had been set for the year 2025. Key factors contributing to the delay revolve around the progress of SpaceX's development of Starship, the expansive rocket and spacecraft system intended to transport astronauts from lunar orbit to the moon's south pole. 2 Starship test flights in 2023 concluded with explosions, underscoring the challenges currently faced by SpaceX in perfecting its lunar lander, CNN reported. The road ahead for SpaceX involves overcoming hurdles in the development of its lunar lander, especially in the context of fueling. Even after demonstrating Starship's ability to safely reach Earth's orbit, the company must address the challenges of providing the necessary propellant for the vehicle to journey to the moon. This task is anticipated to involve a minimum of 10 refueling flights, as outlined by Jessica Jensen, SpaceX's Vice President of Customer Operations and Integration. Former U.S. President Donald Trump will not deliver his own closing argument in his New York civil business fraud trial as initially planned. The decision to rescind the conditional permission for this unusual approach came from Judge Arthur Engoron a day before closing arguments. The judge insisted that Trump adhere to the standard rules applicable to attorneys' closing arguments, prohibiting attacks on the characters of adversaries, the judge, or others in the court system. Trump's legal team objected, claiming those restrictions unfairly restricted his ability to speak. Following the judge's decision on Wednesday, Trump's attorney, Alina Habba, remarked, quote, "Is anyone surprised anymore?" The trial carries the potential for significant financial penalties for Trump, possibly costing him hundreds of millions of dollars and impacting his business activities in the state of New York, the Associated Press reported. The allegations involve claims that Trump inflated his net worth on financial statements to secure loans and insurance. Trump, a current Republican frontrunner for the 2024 U.S. presidential election, denies any wrongdoing, dismissing the case as a, quote, hoax and a political attack. The presiding judge, a Democrat, and New York's Attorney General Letitia James, who brought the lawsuit, is also a Democrat. They both share the same political affiliation, and in a pretrial ruling, Judge Engoron had previously determined that Trump engaged in fraud over several years. The trial, which involves remaining claims of conspiracy, insurance fraud, and falsifying business records, will conclude with Engoron rendering the verdict.